Well, this is my actual workshop. It's a garage, two-car garage, but with my lawnmowers that are expensive, tractor that's very expensive, I don't leave that stuff out. A boat that I've had since 1979, had it for about 44 years, and it's 95% like new. I don't put none of this stuff out. But I got a lot of wood over the other side. A lot of my equipment back over here. Equipment over there. Once I get my boat out in the next few days, I'll move this other stuff over on this side and line my equipment up in here, but I still do very little in the winter because of this. And when I do cut, I take everything outside pretty much because it just makes such a mess. And it's not worth the cleanup when I can work outside and do the same thing. That's why everything is on wheels. Well, this is what my shop looks like when I got my tractor, 2 lawnmowers out of here. But I still don't work in here. I do very little because I'd rather just be outside the door working out in the nice weather and not leaving a giant mess that's all over the place. But starting out, I don't have fancy tools, but I've been able to make all kinds of things, actually being sold in the store and sold many at fairs. I bought this little drill press here, $75 in the beginning, but the motor on it is wearing down. If you put much pressure on it, it stops the blade. This cobalt I bought, which was one of the first things I bought, router, does a great job, very light, simple to pick up and carry out. I forget what I paid for it. It seemed like it was about $200 or something like that at the time. I've had it quite a few years. I bought this last year. I haven't used it. It was like brand new. Paid like $150 for it. It's a 6-inch joiner. They run about 400 or better. This little sander here I got, it's from Wynn. I think I paid about $100 or something for it. Well, the motor on it's weak and it stops. So I bought this way back towards winter, maybe last year. It's got everything with it, not missing nothing. Works great. I know these here are 400 plus tax, and I got this for 150 from a person. This Delta I've had, gosh, I've about forgot, 4 or 5 years. Used it maybe one time. Paid $60 for it. And this is one of my best buys. I got this drill press. It's like about around 1947 or 50, but it works fantastic. Super powerful. I just had to put a cord on it, painted it, and got all the rust off of these pipes and stuff. And it works like new. I bought it for $20. It's been a great help. This Craftsman bandsaw, 12-inch, is ideal. Comes in handy for a lot of things. First one I bought, I paid like $100 for. And the motor locked up on it, and the pulley kept coming loose. So I ended up buying another one, got it for $40. And the problem with it is the pulley wants to keep coming loose also on it, and if you don't realize it, it will actually wear your belt out, burn everything up. So I wouldn't buy another one of these. And this is a Delta table saw, small one. I bought it online through eBay, and I got it for like $250, which was a real good buy many years ago. But when I got it, the corner over here was bent, and you can't take it all the way out to that corner, which I haven't had to. And when I tried to see if I could return it or make a claim on it, they basically said that guy's no longer with us. He's not allowed to be on eBay no more. So I'm guessing he sold a lot of scratch and dent and didn't tell nobody. They might have been new, but they had some damage. This here's been super. My chop saw, 12-inch, but I got it when I retired. It was about $400. And then the stand my wife got me for Christmas. And then this right here, planer, this is a 13-inch planer. Works extremely well. It was only a year old, and I didn't know much about them, and a guy was wanting $100 for it, and I was the first one to his house, and he said, yeah, it works fine, cuts everything. Well, when I got it home, I did not know that there's a little impeller or fan blade in here. I took it apart, just the bolt fell out. That's why it wouldn't blow chips and stuff out of here. Then somehow he was missing a brace over here on this side, so I just cut a hole in a piece of metal and braced it up. And it did come with new blades other than that, and a little grease. This has been a great buy, because these things here run a good $400 or so. So overall, I don't have a lot of money in my stuff. Nothing fancy, but it definitely, you can make about anything you want to make. Just might be a little harder, a little more time consuming. So that's about what my garage looks like and my shop tools. This bench right here, it didn't cost me anything except a lot of time. They had a skid at work. Wanted to know if I wanted it. It had these 4x4 posts, everything just like it is. And I had to tear the skid apart, and I tore it apart and cut it and built this table, which is handy for a lot of different things. And all it cost me was tearing the skid apart and rebuilding and putting it back together. Also, I have a vise and a grinder and a wire wheel. But because my top is only like a little over 5.5 feet by about 28 inches, I have them on boards so I can just slide it out of here, set it up here on top. Then I just take and I clamp both sides down. That way, having this on here and having my grinder and stuff on here, it gets in the way, takes up too much room on this small tabletop.